Ngayon, sabihin niyo, bakit sa panahon mo, Mayor, maraming patay? Alam mo, sa totoo lang, kasi ngayon, nagtatrabaho talaga ang pulis. Actually, when I was campaigning, I only promised you three fundamental things about the factors that would come our way. Pag nanalo na ako, I said they would be there as long as we come up with a peaceful and clean country. Alam mo, ang experience ko niyan ang Davao. Would you have been to Davao? Tingnan mo ang Davao. Ang growth rate namin, community, internal. Alam mo ba ang growth ng Davao is 9? It's the highest. 9. Ang country natin is 7.9 national. Talagang lumalaki. But Davao was very peaceful since about 3 years after or 2 years after I took my oath of office as mayor. I've been your mayor for 23 years. Kaya nalinis ko ang Davao na perfect ko yung gusto kong gawin. And the sloganeering that I use coming from my mouth is the very same words now being used by the human rights of the United Nations, the State Department, girls, eventually pati si Obama. This is what, and you from Davao, alam ninyo to. Sinabi ko na if you are here and if you are into crime, kindly leave Davao. If you destroy Davao, I will kill you. If you are into drugs and destroy our youth, the next generation after us, pag ginawa ninyo yung gunggong at marami ang siraulo, and I would hate it, and I will kill you. Simple as that. And wala man akong record na sino yung tinamaan, sino yung natumba. Paki-check na lang ako sa mga punerarya, nandyan pa man sila. Look, it can never be a crime to say that I will kill you if you destroy my country. That is a very legitimate statement. Paski sino? Kung sinabi mo, sisirain ko, you deprive us of the next generation of the Filipino, I will destroy you. And when I was mayor, I was already the favorite whipping boy ng mga human rights. The extrajudicial killing na. No, I said, we are not into it actually. Hindi kami I would not allow the police na paluhurin yung tao tapos tatalian yung kamay sa likod. That's a lot of garbage. Hindi ka pulis niyan, hindi ka sundalo. Why would you do that? And if you are the police, why would you wrap a body with masking tapes all around until sa ulo? Na hindi naman tayo nag-manufacture ng mummy. Sa Egypt lang yun. If you want to do away with this guy, simply one use bullet and hit him in the head. And that's it. Bakit pa yung patali-talian itapon mo? Kasi when I took my oath of office, I mentioned 7 generals of the police involved in drugs. And I told them, you can have the option to resign or else I will go after you. So nagmatigas sila So, I was forced to divorce the name. And even before I became a president of taking, there were already a lot of killings. Marami, if you can review in time, take a few backward steps, and it would tell you na sila mismo naglilinis na. They were cleansing already, purging. Hindi amin yun. Ours came, ang order ko kay Bato, almost 1 month at a half. Pinag-aralan, sabi ko, pag-aralan mo ang terrain. What is it really? And so they were killing each other to avoid being known, especially the general. But I would not want to venture further because hindi ko naman talaga alam kung sino. But there were a lot of killing. Then came ang police. And I would admit again that maybe a third, one-third is one. One-third of the killings were in connection with gunfights by itong mga drug addict who choose to fight it out with the police. Na remember kayo mismo, alam ninyo yung mga kapatid ninyo, mga pinsan ninyo. And drug addict is always afflicted with paranoia. Kaya sila nagdadala ng baril. Sabi may habol sa kanila, may galit sa kanila. And that invariably, it ends up with a violent death. Ngayon, sabi niyo, bakit sa panahon mo, Mayor, maraming patay? Alam mo, sa totoo lang, kasi ngayon, nagtatrabaho talaga ang pulis. Kasi sabi ko siya, do not give me that stupid thing about hindi makita. So sila nagtatrabaho, pero ganito kasi ang sitwasyon noon. At alam ninyo yan. Maybe a good number of years. Ang pulis noon takot magkakaso. Takot bungguin yung mga politiko kasi imbis na sila yung arresting officer, at the end of the day, sila pa yung may kaso. Kasi yung mga politiko, siyempre malapit sa Malacanang, tawag ng ganon. Tapos maraming bodyguard dito, military, police. Ang mga tao takot. Pasme ang military individually, pati police, mahirap na, kakaso, patay ka pa. They cannot go to the camp and tell their commander na samahan mo ako kasi inapi-api ako. Di sabihan ka ng camp commander na, di wag kang lumabas, diyan ka lang sa kampo. And besides, the police do not really or cannot go out of camps without the permission of the camp commander. Unlike the police, they are the law enforcement. Sila yung manghuli ng shabu dito, jaywalking dyan, wrong parking. Kaya they are almost open to temptation. But more than anything else, ayaw kasi ng pulis magkakaso. Because dapat malaman ninyo, kasi pag may kaso na file, that day, tapos na ang pagkain ng pamilya niya. There's no protection. Bahala ka na. Pag sabi nila, sir, may kaso ka, maghanap ka ng abogado. Alam mo, alam mo ba ang entry fee? Ang initial pay ng police pagpasok ng police? 14,000. At ang mga nurse, doon nagtatrabaho, kayo, alam naman ninyo, 7,000-8,000. Kaya maraming nurse na nagpulis. Ganun kayo, totoo. Takot yan sila. Pununong ako, sabi ko, alam mo, marami sa inyo nasa droga. Ngayon, mag-surrender kayo. Pag hindi, kasali kayo sa... So, nung binitawan ko, makita mo, they were surrendering by the hundreds of thousands. Sabi ni General Santiago noon, nandoon pa kayo sa Pilipinas, if you're around 4 years ago, sabi ni General Santiago ng Army, who used to head PDEA, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, there were already 3 million addicted Filipinos. And 92% all of the barangays. Noon, Maynila lang. Then later on, they say 92% of the total police, barangay, buong Pilipinas. Itong aking figure, iba yung kay Santiago, 3 million noon pa yon. Ako, I'm still counting. I'm waiting for the figures at the end of the month because then I would know kung magkano. But I'm sure that I would breach the million mark also. So easily, it's 4,000. 4 million Filipino addict. Sino ba naman presidente na hindi magalit? So sinabi ko, surrender kayo or else. So lahat ng mga mayor ng mga ulol, yung mga hambugiro from Mindanao, pati yung si Albuera, yung pinatay doon sa jail, kasali yung pumunta pa naman sa akin at nagsabi na, Mayor, di talaga totoo yan. Huwag ka maniwala. Intriga lang yan sa... Sabi ko, putang ina ninyo, huwag ninyo akong lukoy. Do not lie to me. And even the police, pati ang military zone, huwag ninyo akong bulat. Sabihin mo lang ang totoo kung tulong lang gusto mo, maghanap tayo. Pero huwag ninyo akong bulahin. Ayaw ko yan. Kasi yung buhay pa ang nanay ko, mamatay na halos sa kakabula ko ng bulahin ko araw-araw. So naawa ako sa nanay ko, hintuin na ninyong bulahan, kay ayaw ng nanay ko yan. So, galit ako dyan. So, yun. Sorry. Tapos ngayon yung Albuera na mayor na namatay, gusto pa ipakulong dahil daw sabi ng NBI, I did not control because ang NBI as head of head of state, lahat yan, Department of Justice yung isa, DILG yung police. I never really think that. Bisigay mo lang. But I promise the police na magtrabaho lang kayo at tama yung trabaho, I will protect you. Lahat ng patayan sa Pilipinas, trabaho ng military pati police, because of my order, that is my personal liability. Poprotektahan ko talaga sila, magtrabaho lang kayo. Ngayon sabihin nila na kung totoo sinalvage itong putang inang mayor yan. Si Albuera, well, sabi ko, okay. You want this 9 policemen sent to jail, suffer because of the one life of the son of a bitch? Siya yun sa western side. From Cebu, Bohol, Leyte, Samar, siya yun. Siya yun. Dito, sa eastern side, si Udikta, yung mag-asawa na pinatay rin doon sa Pantalan. Sinong pumatay sa totoo lang, aywan ko. Pero sila yun ang papatakbo. Ilan ang victims nila? So there are 14 million. liberal incremental increase on there. Sabi ko lang na may mga 1 million naging gago. And these are really the people creating havoc in our country. Why? Pagka pumasok ang anak ninyo, di ba? Ang family is dysfunctional already. Magnakaw ng bagay, makipag-away, saksakin ang nanay, patayin ang tatay. Ang lula niya, akala niya, demonyo daw, pag-picture na. Sira na eh. So, the social cost, ang pagkabayaran ng isang pamilya. It's not about drugs alone. Kung hanggang dyan lang, okay lang. Kung hanggang dyan, okay lang. Ang problema, ang pamilya. Ang mga bata. Ang pag-aaral. Ang pagkain. Then the violence against the wife. Suspitsoso yan eh. Akala niya, nga asawa niya nangangaliwa. Bagay yung iba, totoo, pero hindi kayo dyan. Ginawa mo pala. Yan. Sira na ang buhay. Sira lang. Future ng bata, wala. Thrown to the dogs. Gastos, krimen, and ang society. You are remitting about 10 billion to the country. Let me give you, kung ang anak mo doon, ang iniwan mo, yung anak mong babae na hold up, na rape, na ano, dito, napapakamatay kay trabaho. And that goes for everybody, OFW. Yung isa sa Riyadh, yung isa sa Qatar, ang asawa, they remit money thinking that they are there for the sacrifice so that they can educate their children. Pagdating nila, 2 to 3 years after, ang bata na lalaki lulong na sa droga. Ang anak ng babae nagkalat na, nag-ano na lang, o na-rape, na victim of abuse, or everything. So yan. Ilan tayo nagsasakripisyo? Alam ko yan. Tapos gawain mo lang na, look, one is 50, 60, 100, no? 200 pesos. Tondo. Once a day. Times 1 month is 6,000. Wala pa yung akin, you just peg it at the 3 million. Times 3 million is 18 billion a month. Times 1 year, that is 216 billion industry. Kaya maman kung buhayin pa kita, gago ka talaga. Anak ng puta. Huwag mo talagang gawin yan. Putang ina, talagang papatayin kita. Stop fucking it. Stop fucking it. Huwag mong gawin yan, maghintay ka lang. Total 6 years mo lang ako. O magdasal ka lang, mahulog yung aeroplano ko pag uwi. Habang nandyan ako for 6 years, hintuin mo na yan, talagang madidisgrasya. I will not allow, even baski na it will grow bigger than what it is today. Ngayon, paliit ng paliit. Mahal na ang droga. Ito, something thousands na isang gamot, 100 lang. Ngayon, by the thousands. Pero kung nandiyan ka pa, wala talaga akong magawa. Ngayon, I was castigated by the human rights. Ang una kasi dyan sa Pilipinas, ang yelo, ang, nilamar, ayaw makatanggap ng talo. At alam mo kung sino yung military aid niya nung siya ay nasa kabinete ni panahon niya, si General Garbo. General Garbo yung isang pinangalanan kong bolster. Kung nanalo si Rojas kasi bugok, hindi niya alam na ano nangyari dyan. Ako sa Davao, sa totoo lang, hindi naman ako gayabang. Pulis, lukuhin mo ako, babarilin kita dyan. O, totoo. Putak nang pag sinabi mo, tapos bulahin mo ako, letse ka. Hindi kita binaril sa bayag. Huwag mong gawin sa akin. Hindi ako pwede dyan, ganon. Huwag mong bulahin. Kaya yan. So, anong silbi mo? Of what good would it be? Nasa bayan mo, you would hit 7, maybe 10, and yet the people are wallowing in agony and suffering. Kita mo naman nun, tignan mo ang crime rate ngayon. Halos wala. Pagtanong ka doon, magtawag ka ng mga pinsan na, kakalakad na sila. Tanong kayo ngayon, may cellphone mo. Totoo ba itong sinasabi ng putang ng gagawin to? So yan. And it will improve and improve and improve. My campaign against drug will not stop until the end of my term. That could be 6 years from now. Until the last pusher and the last drug lord are nakikinig kasi simultaneous cast kikinig yung mga ulol. Hintuan na lang niyo. Talagang hindi tayo hindi daw papayag. Mapahiya na ako ng papahiya. Huwag lang yung ganong korupsyon, walang ginawa. O sabihin lang na ang issue sa akin is ganunan sa Davao, pati babae. Babae. O yung isa, hintayin mo lang maya. Paunin kita sa Davao, paalis pa naman ka. Hindi, biro lang yan. So, I was put to task. Ang masakit lang ganito, away kami ni Obama. Sabi ko sa kanya, kasi una yung human rights. This is not a human rights. It is not genocide. It does not about race. Yung ethnic cleansing, yung ayaw mo tapos na ito, hindi ito atin, patay na. That's what's happening in the Middle East. Yun ang human rights and religion. Yung patay mo kasi ito, hindi ito Kristanos o hindi ito Islam na you go like crazy. Yun ang itong criminal na fight nandiyan ba yung figure? Tangina itong mga ulol na to. Pati yung lista na ilan na ang namatay na Mga mahal ko na kababayan, this is the drug industry of the Philippines. Ito na yun, nandiyan yung mga pangalan. Ito yun, for example, hindi ko mapakita sa inyo ng ano. Ito. Nandiyan si General Luot. Ang gagong yan. Itong isa hindi ko makita. Ito kakapala, dinala ko talaga to para makita ninyo, para how sad would it be if we just, mga pangalan yan, elected public official, Maricom, Kulubong, Barangay, Lacuban, Barok. Puro ano. $6,000 police, barangay captain, city mayor. Pati karamihan police, wala masyado sa atin. Ganito kakapal yan. This is the drug industry of the Philippines. Yung police na listahan, namatay. Isang pager lang yun. Ito is just a one pager. Kasi sabi nga nila, extrajudicial killing. Ito, judges. Ngayon ko lang kasi mawalaan kayo ng gana. Puro judges yan. Judge of Dasmariñas, Baguio, Iloilo, Calibo, Iloilo, Calbayog, Surigao. Tingnan mo ang titulo, judge. Alam mo, hindi man ako matakot, demanda ng Leo. Pag na. Ito, mga generals, PNP. Tama. Noong kakapal. General, Deputy General, PO3. Sabi nila, sinasalvage raw. Look, in the fight against drug sa Philippine National Police, may 30 na ako namatay. Wounded in action, 60. Armed Forces of the Philippines, kasi pinasali ko na sila, I raised the level sa drugs with national security. But I told them, killed in action the armed forces, 58. Wounded, 256. Kung extra mo na mamaril ka ng tao kagad na wala, paano ito na namatay dito? It's very easy for the idiots to say that. Kaya ako,